Make no mistake about it. A covert narcissist is just as destructive, just as dangerous, just as evil, and just as mad as the overt narcissist. Though they may pass as more modest, they may pass as more gentle initially, and these kinds of things. Let it be known to you that at the end of it all of them are just as destructive, just as evil, and self-serving at your detriment. Therefore, whenever you're dealing with any person who is displaying these red flags, any signs of narcissism, beware. Today, I will go into some of the things that are very specific to covert narcissists. And I hope that this will help you deal with your situation. The first thing is that they like to withhold. The first thing is that they like to withhold. They could withhold anything. But whatever they are withholding is very important to you. And it is also not something they have a right to withhold. Whenever they are withholding this particular thing, it is because they are crossing boundaries and robbing you of what is rightfully yours. Some of the things that they could withhold include information. It could be professional information. For example, you could be working in a company and say modifications are made for your schedule at 5 p.m. But your supervisor or your manager or your boss or your colleague is notified at 6 a.m. today. And they have all the time to give you that information because you're supposed to update yourself for 5 p.m. And so instead of them telling you earlier in the morning, they do it, say, 30 minutes before the D-Day or the time that is required for the changes. This serves two purposes. In the eyes of the authorities, it serves as a perfect cover that they actually gave you the information. But where you're concerned, you are not given the information in such a manner or at such a time that you could be able to be effective with it. Therefore, by the time consequences are being meted out to you, it's usually nothing you could have done about it. But yet, they seem to have gotten away with it. I'm sure I'm already hitting some nerves right now. I'm sure it's happened to you before, hasn't it? It could be information about a doctor's appointment. A doctor might say, you know what? This is your spouse. If I tell your husband, if I tell your wife, of course they'll give you the information. We have a meeting on Saturday. Instead of Monday, please come over the weekend on Monday and I'll not be there. Well, your spouse comes home. They continue living their lives as if nothing is happening. You might even discover that week they are very happy because they know they are messing you up. And then Saturday comes. The doctor waits for you. They never see you. By the time you come to meet them again, they ask you why you did not come when you had scheduled. And they tell you that they had informed your spouse to come and update you of the information. And you're like, what? My spouse never told me. My spouse never told me. When the party involved is actually confronted now about this issue, they just play it down as a forgotten incident. They might even apologize, but the damage has been done. And the way they will react, you're the one who will pick up on the cues. You're the one you will know that they are grinning, they are hurting you, they are enjoying it in your face in such a manner that The other parties cannot be able to pick it up, but you can pick it up. They know how to show it to you that they have an edge over you. That is, of course, if they have advanced in their narcissism even more, or they have advanced in revealing their narcissism even more. It could be anything. It could be your items. Maybe you broke up with someone and someone is holding on to your documents, your clothing items, your valuables. These are your stuff. Remember, these are your stuff. But this person thinks they actually think they have a right. Narcissists think they have a right to hold on to your stuff. You see how in movies or in documentaries where, say, serial killers are doing their thing and they, maybe even after murders, they keep the skulls and the bones of their victims as trophies. This is how narcissists are. When they are withholding on to your clothes, to your stuff, they are holding on to them as trophies. They are very evil. Make no mistake about it. That person who is refusing with your with your identification documents, that person who is refusing with your CVs, that person who is pretending that your documents got lost, that person who won't answer your calls because they know they have your clothes, they have your expensive items in their house. Those people are usually covert narcissists. It could be opportunities they are withholding from you. Say you need a job. They know very well you need this, you need that. And an opportunity actually presents itself. In fact, some might even go as far as looking for the opportunity for you and then informing you and breadcrumbing you all the way to the gate and then slamming those doors shut just when you step right at the door. That is what gives them narcissistic supply. Seeing you crumble, seeing you disappointed, seeing you breaking down. They withhold stuff. They are evil. It could be withholding even basic needs. Someone might know that you need money or you need food, you're hungry or something, you need shelter, you need rent, you need fees, and it could be something that is basic to humanity. And they are in a position to do something about it, but they are withholding help. You're dealing with covert narcissists. They are keeping on to that food. They'll give it to you tomorrow maybe, but they want you to starve tonight just so they could feel ever more godly or godlike tomorrow when they come to save you. So that your adoration of them, so that your admiration of them should be complete. Therefore, they get supply in two ways: in seeing you suffering and in seeing you worshiping them as God for saving you. You know what the Bible says about this issue? It says if you're in a position to help someone today who is in need of something now, do not wait until tomorrow. Otherwise, it will be held against you as sin. Did you hear that? Anyone who withholds from someone something they need while they are in a position to do something about it now, God will not regard you as innocent. You will answer for it. Covert narcissists withhold. The second thing is that they slander you. They tarnish your name. They gossip you. They talk about you. They create impressions about you. They use half-truths and half-lies. They distort information. They manipulate situations so that something can appear exactly the way they want it to appear where you're concerned before other people. Now, when all this is going on, let me tell you something you never knew. When a narcissist is devaluing and discarding you, you're the only one who doesn't know what's going on. You will sense it with your mutual friends. Your common circles will start behaving differently. If it's your wife, their family will stop talking to you, or her girlfriends will want nothing to do anymore. Will want nothing to do with you anymore. You might see how they look at you, how they distance themselves from you. It could be a church, it could be a job, any setting. If you see these signs, don't be oblivious. Take it as obvious. Take it as an obvious sign that a discard is on its way. They slander you, and because human beings have this tendency of believing, psychologically speaking, for that case, we have a tendency to believe the story as it is given to us first. And because the narcissist is the first one to create and to talk about this issue, usually the narcissist is the one who is believed. This is the reason you're told anytime you sense that someone has been turned into a flying monkey, people have been turned into believers for the narcissist, don't even try and defend yourself. The narcissist has already done a lot of work in them, usually for weeks and months. You cannot come in one day and do anything. Furthermore, human nature also tends to think that the person who is defending himself or herself is the one who is wrong. Because remember, these covert narcissists, during these times that you are acting up, they will adopt for themselves a very professional, very proper posture. They'll look like the mature ones. They'll be the quiet ones. They'll look like the sane ones. Because you're there, you're acting up. You get me? They've put coals under your feet and you're jumping up and jumping up around because you're burning, right? But what he has done is that he has disguised the ground from the view of the others. They do not see the coals that have been placed under your feet. And so when people look at you, they think you're mad. It's why you're told to never even defend yourself. Just chill. Just leave it. Just cut your losses. Count those losses. Those are friends you've lost. If they were proper, healthy human beings anyway, they wouldn't have believed gossip. Because the mode in which information is given to you matters. The method in which you decipher info to me, that is as important as the info you're giving me itself. And if the manner in which you're giving it to me is gossip, is slander, is a manner that is negative, that is dark, I don't even need to know about the other side of the story. I already believe the other person. So if you believe this person who behaves this way, it tells me all I need to know about you. You're either just as evil or very, very immature. And none is good for healthy environments. So if you're seeing these things, don't even try to save those friendships. Don't try to save those family relationships. Don't try to save those jobs. Count your losses. This is a war against narcissism and empaths. And in a war, there are some losses that have to be incurred. Count these ones as some of them. The third trait is that they give you the silent treatment. If someone gives you an ear, what that means is that you have value. That your essence, your view, your opinions, your requirements have intrinsic worth. This is what narcissists deny you. By giving you a silent treatment, it's just like saying to you, you know what? You're not even worth it. You're not worth my time. You don't even deserve an answer. It doesn't matter how high stakes a relationship you're coming from. It could be a spouse, you even have a kid together. But they go mute on you as if you're dead, as if you never existed. And mind you, they never even inform you about it. Even for me, for it happened to me with my divorce. That's why I divorced. You get me? My wife just went mute, silent, treated me as if I don't exist. I'm like, what? We even have a child together. I'm like, what? You're not even telling me nothing, not even a greeting for 5 months. Imagine being married to someone and for 5 months, they never even say hi to you. They never respond to your calls. They never respond to your emails. They never respond to your text. Mind you, you're actually the one who even bought her that phone. Yeah, I even bought you that expensive phone, and you won't even text me back with that phone. These people are crazy. Let me just tell you. When you're dealing with a covert narcissist, you're dealing with something that is otherworldly. You've seen nothing like it. It's unreal. It's unreal. And silent treatment must be taken for what it is. It is a psychological control tactic. It's nothing less. It's a weapon of war being leveled against you for your total destruction. It erases you. It erases you from memory. It doesn't just leave you, it erases you as a non-existent. This is why Jesus was describing the work of the devil. He said he does not come except for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. You understand? This is the destruction part. Destruction is worse than killing. It erases you from memory. Imagine someone treating you as if you have never existed. It also serves, this silent treatment, to cover them from taking accountability for their actions. You get me? Because if you start talking, they know their behaviors have no justifications. Their cases have no merit. They'll expose themselves. And so they conveniently shut up. They just go quiet, pretending that talking to you is so traumatizing. Talking to you is such a big deal. Talking to you is so destructive to them. Acting like a victim. Very evil. Very evil. And so they withhold information, they slander you, then they give you the silent treatment and act as if you never existed. And this is after they have ensured they have created flying monkeys around who can destroy you for them. Listen to me. Healthy people don't act this way. Ask any psychologist, ask any spiritualist, even if you had done any wrong. A healthy person will tell you the wrong that you've done. Even if they have to leave you for it, they'll tell you, this is why I'm leaving you. You did this wrong, and I cannot take this. Again, they do not, they have to do it in such a way that it considers other parties involved. For example, if there are children involved, if there are business partners involved, if there are other people, high stakes people who are involved in that situationship. A healthy person will end it in such a way that they consider the other people who are affected by this, but not a narcissist. Because where a narcissist is concerned, only their view matters, only their opinion matters, only they matter, only one side of the coin matters. Their coin has only one face, it has no other side. I want you to keep these things in mind. They could literally save your life. So I wish you the best. As you navigate narcissism, do your best to be strong, to be sure-footed, to gain information, because this is how you will deliver yourself. God will help us. Please subscribe.